Hey there, everybody. Robert Taylor with Wonderscapes Creation, continuing on with another video with the Ultimate ACF Ultimate Series. This is going to be a general video going over some important information for those new to the ACF plugin, well, ACF and other tools plugins, or even plugins in general. Generally speaking, when there are plugins, obviously you'll find a lot of information um, within the plugins folders for that plugin, but a lot of times you will find stuff within the project settings. Sorry, I'm going to pull that out here. I keep it tagged and tapped and open at all times. So with the Ascent plugins, you can find any number of these. If you own the three big ones, you're going to see all of these. If you only own one or two, you'll only see some of these, but we're going over all of them today. So you have the Ascent Action System settings. When you come over here, this powers everything for the move sets and the actions. As usual, you can change these to whatever you want. By default, they are moveset and actions because they are controlling movesets and actions. And then you have the Ascent character control settings. This is just so that you can choose the tags for the movesets in the animation stuff. So you overlay, you could easily have this change to overlay if you wanted to keep things more divided. It's honestly up to you. And then you have the Ascent combat settings. We have gone over this one a little bit. So the default hit state, it says default. Just note that anything after hits also counts for this. This is just to track it. So you can have default hit dot hit dot cut, default dot hit. Actions dot hit dot heavy. Whatever you choose to do. And then default death state, actions dot death. I don't see why you would need anything after death, but it's there if you want. Ascent dialog settings. This you set up for the default player response tag. We went over that in the dialogue here. Here, let me find it. If we come here into quests so that I can go to Carl here. This right here is player. Right clicking, and when you choose the response node, that is the player's node, you used to have to manually place it. Because of this, it now automatically places with whoever you want as the default responder, which is always the player. So whatever you choose to have that named. So this next one is very, very, very new. I haven't shown it off much yet in this. I haven't shown it off at all yet, actually, in this project, in this series. This is coming alongside with all of these, the ACF created advanced asset stuff. This is for place actors. So if we come here to place actors, I currently have 3 sections: one for enemies, one for NPCs, and another for world actors. So just to give generalized, that's what we're looking for, to give the general examples of how this works so that you can place your own actors within place actors. There's quite a bit to it. Okay, so just needed to find some information. The icon name, this is what controls the icon right here. So we are currently working on creating an enumeration so that you can have several to choose from. Unfortunately, this is all controlled in C++. There is no way to alter these things on the fly without using C++. So we are working on an enumeration option so that you can choose between various icons so they're not all the same. So that is the drawback of this for now. But outside of that, as you can see, you can name it whatever you want. You can choose however many entries you want, and then um, the asset color is for this stuff, but it's the same. What's the word I'm looking for? Not enumeration. It's the same. It's going to bother me now. 1 second. Come in here to default. No, it's in blueprints. Structure. There we go. It's the exact same structure as what we see there. So that's why that color's there. But you can change the, you can choose what it's called and then choose the class. As you can see here, defender enemy, mage enemy, melee enemy. So you can set that all up here however you want. Again, these are just set up as examples. You can remove whatever you want. Just remember to save your settings. That way, when there's an update, you don't lose your settings because there is no way to not modify uh, this without it affecting updates. Sorry. That's just how the engine works on that. But this is a very cool, powerful feature for anyone to utilize however they see fit, with or without Ascent actors. It can be whatever you want. The next thing is the Ascent inventory settings. In that you have you choose what the default item tag is and item slot tags is. Choose the default currency name. As it is, it stands as coins. On a quick note on this, there have been a few people asking about having multiple different currencies. It is being considered, but most of that is UI stuff, which can easily be controlled through Blueprint. So, as an example, 100 copper coins equals 1 silver coin, so make it a silver coin type of thing. So that's something to consider. And then you have world item class. ACF full world item BP is currently the default. You can use any of these or create your own. I created a tutorial world, which was a child of that one, so now it shows up. Then you have the Ascent load and save. So here is where you set up everything for loading and saving. You can choose the name. You can choose the name for, you can choose the name for saved and load, default save name, and save metadata. You can choose the screenshot size of what's being saved. And then you have the ALS save game. I honestly, myself, have never actually looked at this. And it looks like this is the default. So that's pretty cool. Now we have another new section called the Ascent Navigation Settings. I'm sure by now many of you have noticed, and I've also pointed it out, that there are navigation stuff, improved navigation stuff going on here. Let me go ahead and swap over real quick so that I can better show. As you can see, we got our 3 widgets here that are in the world and 3 that are on the compass. As you get far enough away, they disappear if they are not quest related. The quest ones also disappear, but at a much further distance, but only in the world. They will always show up on the compass. And then, of course, you have the map, which also shows the player, and then everything else, so that you know exactly what's there. So that's how that works. We will go much deeper into this section when we get into the UI, which will be after a couple more episodes. And then we've already gone over this in detail. The Ascent RPG system. This is where you set the stats for RPGs and then the generation rules. Then you have the Ascent UI input settings. This is where you will do everything for the icons. You can choose the configurations. By default, there's just Windows and Xbox, but you can have whatever you'd like. Then the Ascent UI settings. This is where you set up all your theme stuff. That way you can easily change the appearance of your widgets on the fly instantly instead of having to go into each widgets to make several changes. Then obviously you choose the default map, menu map, which is called menu map here. And then the default new game map name is right now the ultimate map, which is currently where we are at. So that is everything within the project settings. I do encourage everyone to go through and click and open everything and see how it all works, because the best way to use the tool is to understand how to use it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. Please make sure you like and subscribe. If you're willing and able, go ahead and please buy me a coffee or join my Patreon. Have a great day.